books, there are a lot of, I think, resources na, even YouTube, that you can also incorporate para lang mayroon kayong idea kung paano nagpapa-strengthening conditioning program, even if you don't have any equipments. Okay? Kompleto na ba tayo players? Alright, let's do a quick warm-up. Alright, everyone on the baseline. It's important to have a quick warm-up before they move. So what we're going to do is just a basic quick warm-up. Again, there is no one correct way of how to do a warm-up. This is just how I do it. Para lang medyo mainit yung katawan nila before we move. Okay? We'll go more on the benefits of warming up and stretching tomorrow. Okay? So do as I do, players. Alam niyo naman paano mag-warm up before practices and games. Knee hugs. Here, we're stretching the glutes. We're mobilizing the hips.
Hello. Coaches, if you like to join,
everyone is welcome to join here, to join the warm-up. If you want to observe closer, pwede po. Knee hugs. Then, now you stretch your quads. Just a quick warm-up. And do both sides, guys. Bit of activation with your squats. Stretch your adductors with your fencer stretches.
different muscle groups to stretch and activate.
Let's have drop squats. Balance. Next, you mobilize your hips. Reverse. Again, parameters kayo kung bahala. You're free to do as much as you want. As many sets, as many reps. Reverse. Up. So you're working here not just your hip mobility, but also the balance ng stance leg yung nakatayo right here, the left leg. Other side. Forward. Good. Down. Open up. Upright. Work in your hamstrings, RDLs. Now you sustain the stretch. Tapos a bit of warm up, jogs, 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we'll do a circuit training. Okay? Gagawin natin siyang by station. So we have 10 players. What you can do if you have 10 players, you can divide 5 exercises that would complement or lahat mo cover mo. So for this, for demonstration purposes, I would use, you have your Russian twists, you have your RDLs, you have your Bulgarian split squats, push-ups, tsaka rows. Okay? I chose those exercises para lahat madaanan. Okay, partner up into 2. I want a pair here, a pair here, a pair dito, tapos dalawang pairs. Okay. Meron dun. Yan, sa may... Yan. Here, dito. Meron dito. Alright. Sige, kusog pa kayo doon. Sige, kala lang. Okay, sa gitna. Meron dito. Tapos meron doon. Yan. Yan. So, i-demonstrate muna natin lahat ng exercises. Tapos, ikutan nila lahat ng station. Okay, so dito. For demonstration purposes, we'll do 30 seconds per area. Okay? Pero na sa inyo kung gaano katagal. Usually, ang ginagawa ko, minute. These are mini bands. Mini bands you can purchase Lazada, Shopee, available siya. So, it's a good way, especially if you don't have any weights. Alright. So, players, when you do the exercises, try to complete it as complete as you can. Okay? Alright, let's demonstrate the first station.
Shopee, Joey Chicken Page.
Alright, first push-ups. Let's teach the proper way to do a push-up. College players, you will know how to do push-up. Push-up here. Good. Alright, demonstration now, demonstration. Push-ups. Next, let's do your rows. You can do your rows. You're targeting the back muscles. Okay? Back on your feet.
So you have your push-ups, you have your rows. Here, we do your core. Russian twists. Familiar sa Russian twists? Try nga natin. There. Russian twists. Here, we do a bit of a deadlift. Not exactly an RDL, but a deadlift, modified deadlift. So, here's that. Demonstration purposes. And for demonstration purposes, only band on both feet, both ankles. Okay, so you're doing a modified deadlift. Right? So we have rundown, you have your push-ups, you have your rows, you have your core, so Russian twists, you have your hamstrings here, deadlift, and next, I think Bulgarian split squats, so let's get 2 chairs. So kung titignan nyo, ang material sa ginamit lang is chairs and bands. So Bulgarian split squats, since 15 seconds, muna 15 seconds, left foot, left lower extremity, and then you down. Okay. Body weight. Alright, but if you want to add weight, usually mga jug ng tubig, pwede. Okay? Wow. Alright, so we're gonna do this for 15 seconds. 30 seconds rather. So, for demonstration purposes, you can do a minute, you can do as much as you can. Pero for demo lang, we'll do 15, 15, 30. Okay? Alright, ready guys? Ready players? Ready, go! So for 30 seconds, The first 15, you left. Second 15, right. Okay? This would at least comprise of 10 to 20 minutes of your practice. 10 to 15, even 20 minutes max, ay malaking bagay sa strength and conditioning ng players. Kaya pa? Next na. So as you're targeting, dapat kailangan parallel ka sa ground. Okay? Switch, left hand. Good. So at least 2 to 3 seconds yung descent nyo, especially on the deadlift. Tapos explode up. Alright, next. So kids, I usually do this with 6th graders. Mind you, coaches hindi na po uso ngayon yung malong na big python biceps. Hindi na po uso yung gano'n. Okay? Usually may system and organized na yung pagbuhat. So you just target the muscles that you're gonna be using. Okay? So isang round na ba tayo? Last one. So you can do this 3 to 4 rounds. Again, it depends on you. You have the coaches, may question po sa strength training. Strength training pa lang po yan. May question? Questions are welcome. Suggestion, yes.
Good morning. Ano po yung best time to do the strength? Thank you.
Ako po, personally, what we try to do is kung anong oras yung competition time, ganun din yung oras ng practice time. Para masanay na yung katawan ng player na around this time active siya. So if you have games at night, you practice at night. Okay? But again, then a lot of factors play into the time of practice, especially availability ng estudyante.
Sa strengthening po, meron po tayo di ba sa pre-workout, simula po ba siya dapat? Or sa cooldown na po or end of the practice na siya? Thank you.
It depends on you. If you want to do your strength training before the practice or after practice. Ako personally, I like to do it after practice. Okay? Pero ang pinaka-importante dyan is you have communication with your basketball coaches that they allot time for you. Okay? So dapat same page kayo. What we do before, kasi ito yung feasible way sa amin, is we do a bit of weights or strength training before the game, before the practice. And wag mo galala, hindi naman, it doesn't really mess the shot of the players when they lift weights. Kasi nasanay na sila. Okay? They do it all the time, nasanay na katawan nila. So hindi na factor for professional players that they lift weights before games, before practices. In fact, some have game day lifts. Okay? Kevin Kiambao, he does game day lifts 6 hours before the championship game. Nag-weights pa siya. Okay? Answer question, sir. You have a question here?
Ngayon po, nabanggit po yung about kay KQ na nag-workout po siya before game. Di ba po may common misconception na pag nag-workout, may ngalay. May ngalay sa muscles. Nangangalay po yung muscles due to working out. Bago po yung muscle. May idea po ba kayo bakit po before game po siya nag-workout?
It's just the right amount of intensity. If you do things too much, talagang fatigue is there. Okay, some lift weights before game as a form of warm-up or activation. Pero hindi sila yung 3 hours sa gym, 2 hours sa gym, talagang full weight. Some 40 minutes, as short as 30 minutes. They do their mobilization, their stretching, they do some activation, they do some core, pinaka-importante, for them to have their muscles activated during competition. So if you plan to do that for your kids, make sure na you have the right amount of intensity. Hindi yung may game kayo sa hapon, ipag-jog nyo sila sa umaga, magte-training sila ng mabigat. So talagang may paglalagyan yung players natin. So again, right place, right amount, right balance for everything. Okay? We'll save the questions for later on. Up top, let's... Yeah.
Coach, tanong ko lang, di ba kanina sabi mo is yung strength phase sa early, kumbaga sa off-season, yung strength phase, yung parang first phase. Coach, paano pag kunyari matagal yung preparation, like 8 months, then yung ang inuna mo, strength phase for 3 months or 12 weeks, yung the rest na 5 months, mag-i-strength pa rin ba doon? Or parang hindi na? So, hindi ba malulus yung strength na naging parang gano'n?
Good question, ano? How long do usually off-season lasts? How long do usually in-seasons last? And how long should you rest your players? Again, it depends on your schedule. It depends on the basketball coach. Kung gaano siya katagal mag-prepare. I think Coach John will explain this. On the very first day of training ka, he doesn't like going to the basketball court. Okay? He goes to the oval. Para yung players mo, pag pinractice mo siya na ng basketball, may gasolina. So, for us, sa NCAA before I did Papua, we didn't have the luxury of time kasi the basketball coaches wanted to focus on team chemistry, so they wanted to join as many pre-season tournaments as much as they can. And pre-season tournaments sa summer. Okay? So there is really no amount of rest, appropriate rest for the players. Familiar sa naging season ng Mapua last year? For those familiar, I think they didn't make the Final Four. But they joined a lot of pre-season, they joined a lot of leagues, they won a lot of pre-season leagues. Kakagaling lang nila sa championship nun eh. And then, talo sila, tapos they joined a lot of pre-season, nagpa-competition sila, all. But they peaked too early. By the time na nag-NCAA, they couldn't really get their groove back, so it was a disaster. And now, they learn from their mistakes, they're in the championship win. Okay? They answer your question, sir? Alright, next question here. Watch up front.
Question ko lang, this is from a parent's perspective. I don't coach. Talagang nag-attend ako dito para ma-supplement din yung learnings ng anak ko kasi gusto niya eh. So also, para makapag-coordinate din ako sa coach niya. Hindi ka nagme-medal sa... Ang question ko lang kasi, yung anak ko kasi ngayon is, he trains like 5 times a week. Tapos games on Saturdays and Sundays. So ako rin naman, minsan worried ka sa health ng bata. Is it okay ba na advisable ba yun? Kasi ang training lang talaga ng school is MWF, say for example. It's because gusto ng bata na ma-work yung weaknesses niya. May ibang coach siya na pinag-aatinan na camp. So, hindi ba overload na para sa bata yung overkill na masyado yung 5 times a week na yung workout niya and then on a Saturdays and Sundays, yun yung game day ng school.
14 years old yung anak ni sir. Una sa lahat, sir, we appreciate you for going to this camp. Kasi, yun ang parent na involved. Yun ang parent na nag-invest. Okay? So to answer his question, to supplement it with another question, meron ba din ng basketball coach na nahihirapan sa kanilang player kasi usually pagod na? Kasi maraming masyadong ina-attendan na kung ano-ano extra. Yung mga nag-extra skill work, nag-extra camp, pagdating ng game, wala nang gasolina. Mga ganun pa tayo. So, una, it's very important to have that line of communication between the parent, the basketball coach, the team coach, and the skill coach. Kailangan, everything you do is for the game. Okay, you prepare for the game, prepare for whatever season you have. Okay, that's the focus. So, to answer your question, sir, it depends on the kid. Again, hindi lahat ng atleta, ng bata pare-pareho. So when you start to notice excessive fatigue, excessive body pain, you listen to your body. Okay? Know when it's time to rest, know when it's time to work. Alright? Again, there is no use in overexerting yourself, overtraining yourself if you get hurt. Lahat kayo mag-go back to zero when you get hurt. Okay? So 5 times a week training, if he can handle that together with school, tandaan nyo, minsan yung school yung napapabayaan. So, if he can do that with school, games on the weekend, kung kaya niya pagsabayin, actually that's a good lesson for him, time management and discipline. So, if he can handle that, then let him continue. Okay? Very good question. Anyone else ask questions before we do the conditioning phase? Some basic conditioning drills. Alright? So we have another Q&A naman after. So conditioning drills, players,